Good morning, India. I am Shalini Kumar with the latest updates from the world of alcoholic beverages and hospitality. Let's have a look at what is happening in the states in the excise related issues. Chhattisgarh government has been feeling heat to meet its electoral promises to completely ban liquor, but they are moving cautiously. The state excise minister has said that his government would not take any step in hurry on liquor ban in Chhattisgarh. Before taking any action to ban liquor in the state, his government has to consider the interest of the tribal community. The state has constituted a committee headed by MLA Satyanarayan Sharma to study impacts of liquor ban in Chhattisgarh and put forward its recommendations on how to implement liquor ban in the state effectively. It seems protest against Delhi's new excise policy is not going to end soon. In a new development, East Delhi Municipal Corporation has passed a resolution condemning the new excise policy of the Delhi government and demanded the rollback of the provisions in it and to reformulate the excise policy. The EDMC House in its meeting passed a resolution saying the new policy allows certain vans to operate till late night. The draft of the resolution also claimed that there is a provision for opening pink vans separately for women consumers and the age of eligible buyers reduced from 25 to 21. Tenure of ongoing Telangana state's excise policy is about to end next month. Due to this, Telangana liquor outlet owners have limited their liquor stock orders from the depots in the wake of fear among shopkeepers that they might not get a license when the new policy is announced. With clarity yet to emerge on the proposed new excise policy of Telangana, many liquor shop owners have stopped stocking premium brands. Kerala State Beverages Corporation has joined social media platforms and started its own Facebook and Instagram pages to improve its connection with consumers and reach out to more people. BevCo's social media push is apparently initiated in a bid to eliminate sales of spurious liquors peddled online in the guise of products from BevCo. State Corporation has been suffering from fake liquor brands for quite some time. There have been instances of fake BevCo accounts with its official seal being created by bootleggers and the latter even receiving bookings for online sale of liquor. Kerala High Court has recently directed the Kerala State Excise Department and Kerala State Beverages Corporation to initiate steps to make all state-run liquor outlets as walk-in outlets for the convenience of the consumers. The court stated that policy change is inevitable in reforming liquor shops. There is a change that needs to be done in the sales style. Modifications should not be like taking the filariasis for one foot and putting it on the next leg. Let's see other news made headlines this week. Scottish Office Minister Malcolm Offord joins forces with the Royal Edinburgh military tattoo to bang the drum for Scottish exports on a visit to Mumbai. The Royal Edinburgh Military Tattoo is an annual series of military tattoos performed by British Armed Forces, Commonwealth and international military bands and artistic performance teams on the esplanade of Edinburgh Castle in the capital of Scotland. The cross-cultural event, designed for maximum impact on India's huge social media networks, was supported by the Scotch Whisky Association and organized as part of the UK government's Great campaign. India's first liquor delivery app, HipBar, started by a young entrepreneur, Prasanna Natarajan, is now owned by Cred, as Kunal Shah owned Cred has acquired this Chennai-based liquor purchase and delivery startup. The move follows the fintech unicorn's plans to foray into the wallet payment business with the prepaid payment instrument license held by HIPBAR. The financial contours of the transaction on deal are not in public domain so far. In a protest, the Federation of Hotel and Restaurant Associations of India has asked the capital markets regulator SEBI to halt the proposed 8,430 crore rupees initial public offering of OYO, claiming misrepresentation in the draft documents. Oravel states the parent company of OYO is engaged in anti-competitive business practices. The Federation of Hotel and Restaurant Associations of India said in a letter dated October 22 to the Securities and Exchange Board of India. By consensus, the member states of the International Organization of Wine and Wine have decided to provide the organization with a permanent headquarters at Dijon for its second centenary. India is also a member state of the International Organization of Wine and Wine. The General Assembly has decided to transfer the OIV headquarters with the relocation of the Secretariat from Paris to Dijon. The 48-member states accepted France's proposal to provide the OIV with a headquarters, ensuring temporal, legal and financial stability for the organization. Time to look at a very impressive performance by a company. It is good to share that Pernod Ricard saw 27% year-on-year growth in its India operations for the July-September period due to a strong rebound and improved demand for its strategic local brand. A low base effect of 13%, especially because of restrictions in the country and slowdown in travel retail, did play its role in the company's double-digit growth numbers compared to sales across regions such as the US, Europe and China. Averaged out over a 2-year period, the company registered an 11% growth from India operations. Pernod Ricard starts its fiscal on 1st July of each year. As a responsible news channel, we are always concerned for the climate changes and happy to tell you that many efforts are being done by the beverage alcohol industry to control further damage to our ecosystem. Impact of climate change on Scotch whisky is underlined by researchers as temperature changes could limit whisky production at some of Scotland's distilleries in the next 60 years. This is revealed in a report commissioned by a Glengoyne Highland single malt Scotch whisky. A study found impending heat and drought stress caused by global warming could drastically impact the 3 ingredients needed to make a dram in Scotland: water, barley and yeast. The report suggested Scotland will face more intense droughts over a longer period of time by the 2080s. This will force some distilleries to decrease or halt production as they are heavily reliant on a continuous water supply. As world leaders are going to brainstorm on climate crisis next month, in their honor, the Scotch Whisky Association has unveiled a limited edition blended Scotch whisky to be enjoyed by world leaders, delegates and visitors to the COP26 conference. The whisky, which has a run of just 900 bottles, represents the Scotch whisky industry's commitment to sustainability from grain to glass and will be presented to negotiators gathering in Glasgow in November. To mark the 26th annual conference of the parties, the COP26 limited edition Scotch whisky has been blended and bottled in the host city of Glasgow and comprises whiskies produced at 26 distilleries across Scotland's 5 whisky regions. Now, I am sharing some stories about brands and new launches. Honor came for Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey as it has been named as the most valuable spirits brand in the world by Interbrand's 22nd annual report Best Global Brands 2021. Jack Daniel comes in at 81 with a value of $6.5 billion. It has moved up one place from 82 in 2020. Earlier in September, this most aspirational whiskey was made available in retail sector. Suntory first launched the 55-year-old Yamazaki whiskey in June 2020 with just 100 bottles into the Japanese market. Bottled in 2020 at 46% ABV, the expression was produced in tribute to the legacy of the founding family of Japanese whiskey and celebrates the Japanese Showa era of 1960s, corresponding to a time when Emperor Showa reigned. Now it will be sold in GTR in cities across the world for a retail price of $60,000. Beam Suntory has unveiled a range of exclusive and luxurious spirits for India's market. Exclusively available at DDFS, these high-end premium range includes brands like Yamazaki 55-year-old single malt whiskey, Hibiki 21-year-old blended whiskey, Bowmore Timeless 31-year-old, Bowmore X Aston Martin 10-year, 15-year and 18-year-old. Som Group has revamped packaging of its leading economy segment brand Power Cool Strong Beer and especially designed a very attractive can packaging for the Karnataka market. To cater to the huge potential of the South Indian markets, Som had launched Power Cool Strong Beer in Karnataka recently. Som Group has launched 2 more SKUs in addition to the existing 650 ml bottle, 500 ml can and 330 ml bottle at attractive price points that gives the consumers a whopping saving of more than 50% on purchase per unit of the product. Diageo India has collaborated with master blender Louis Martin and Sneha Khanwalkar, the music producer, for a grain to glass musical that pays an ode to the all-new signature whiskey. The blend of nature and music, composed by Sneha, speaks of the importance of being in harmony with oneself, each other, and the natural world. The new signature whiskey's premium offerings, crafted from natural ingredients by master blender Louis Martin for a unique whiskey experience, is made for people who take pride in embracing their true self and making a mark for themselves. Pernod Ricard has partnered with Dine Out Passport, a premium dining and lifestyle membership program in India, for multiple events across the country over the next few months. The events will have a musical swing with live jazz performances from popular brands and musical personalities. The series of events, especially curated for the guests and members, will include the most aspired malts. These experiences will be held at the top 5-star venues across India. Pioneer Distilleries Limited has appointed Gopal Kothari as Chief Financial Officer with effect from 22nd October 2021 in place of Sanjoy Sarkar. Gopal Kothari is presently Vice President Supply Finance in United Spirits Limited. With this, I wrap up today's edition and I will come back for new updates next Friday. Till then, stay safe and say cheers with care.